So if you've been following the All Things CX YouTube channel for a little while, you might have noticed we've been playing a little bit with RingCX over the last month or so. Now that we're a little way into our RingCX journey, what I wanted to do was walk through some of the features that we're finding within the digital messaging side of things, where we turn them on, but also the value they bring to the agent experience in terms of what it tells the agent, but also in terms of where we maybe have some efficiencies. So here I'm logged in as an agent. I'm handling a few different channels. So I've got a YouTube message, I've got a X or Twitter message, and I've got a Facebook Messenger message here. From myself, I spend a lot of time talking to myself under the guise of different characters or just here me. On the right hand side, you'll see here our customer card. And we have 5 different identities that we have matched me against essentially. You'll see here we've got an Instagram, we've got an email, we've got Facebook, and we've got LinkedIn. And what that means is I can have an aggregated view of conversations. I can see the conversations here across different channels, where there have been calls, where there have been Instagram, for example. And here we can go a message view. We can see these individual tickets, where they've come through, where they've been handled, even when we've ignored something as well. And the reason why you might ignore something is if we go back to our customer here, they've got 5 different channels. So say I'm in the middle of a needs event where maybe my car is broken down, I'm trying to get hold of my garage, and I have tried various different ways. Hopefully, I've called them, but I've also tried different ways on social media. Now, if we get to one of those channels and we have a look at this view and see actually this customer has contacted us across different channels, instead of having to then reply across all of those channels, we can aggregate it together. Say, Mr. Holt, we can see you've contacted us across multiple channels. We're going to close these down and just direct you to one. Instead of having to maybe utilize 4 or 5 different point solutions, 4 or 5 different replies, 4 or 5 different conversations, the list is endless. The benefit we also have is we can see here we've got a couple of other identities that have come through through a messaging channel. It's come through anonymous, but we might have identified this customer with something else, and another email address, which again I could just merge and bring into this view. Now, if we focus on the conversation itself here, what we can see is the customer is just asking, I need some help. Now, I could just start replying. However, if I do this, then we can see, thank you for contacting AllThingsCX today so that I can assist you further. What do you require help with? I can click on that and then send that and save my agent time. So they don't necessarily have to know exactly what quick reply they're looking for. They can be adding certain keywords from our canned responses, and then it will manifest those to the agent as they go. Now I'm going to reply back with my internet is slow. I can't talk and type at the same time. You see here we get our response back, and little things of note here. Our first message came through with a neutral sentiment. Now we maybe I'm fooling the system a little bit here because I've said I'm unhappy about it, but we have an unhappy face at this point. Now I'm going to say, is this just you? Send that, for example. Now, it might be that we actually have a quick reply for that in the future because we see that our agents are sending that quite regularly. I'm just going to say now that's fixed. And now we're still getting neutral there, so I'm going to go anything else I can help you with today? And I'm going to go no. Customer comes back, and now they are happy. So what we're going to do at this point is we're at the point where this conversation has ended. So we'll just wrap that up again. Probably a quick reply I should write realistically. I'm going to lock this thread so that is no longer a conversation but is ongoing. It's no longer, let's say, a long-standing asynchronous conversation. And then I'm going to click on the end message. Now, we've turned on one of the beta features here on RingCX, and you'll see it has started to provide me that summary. So the contact reach out to AllThingsCX for assistance with slow internet, all users, and it was suggested we rebooted the router. It was resolved, and the customer was satisfied. I would say they're actually happy at that point. And what we can do is we can add, carriage returns into this to maybe make it look a bit neater. But what we've done there is save our agent some time. We can go down and have a look at the service issue, then they can just annotate this, making their life easier. So I can click submit, and then that is the end of that conversation. So how do we then turn this on? Well, we don't actually do it on a per channel basis. We do this in our digital queue, which we could access from the left-hand side, but here I'm just doing it from the main menu. If I go into my digital queue, then you'll see here I've got enable AI summaries. Makes life a lot easier. You can see there exactly what it's going to do. So there you have it, a few added features that will help your agent to understand more about the customer and also allow them to be more efficient, both in the canned responses and how you can search for them and add them into the contact, and then those AI summaries, which will allow you to summarize what happened. And then as the agent, you can annotate, have a look at what that looks like, and save time in your wrap up whilst capturing what happened more accurately as well. Thank you for joining us.